So today for Multiply Your Network, this is going to be a tutorial on what to do once you get your freemium back. So it's fine if you want to watch it now, or it's fine too if you want to wait until you have a finished product that's ready for posting. And actually, well, I was going to say you could collect leads anyway and then just email it to them later, but I think that feels a little scammy if they don't get it within, 24 hours. So it's probably best to wait until you have the product in hand. But this video is going to show you what to do once you have that. So this is in the Ads Manager. Start by creating an ad. And by the way, I have a membership to a site called, oh my gosh, I'm blanking. What is it called? Lead Pages. That's what it's called. And I think I'm actually going to cancel it because this function on Facebook is pretty new. They did not have this when I joined Lead Pages. And it basically does everything except deliver the PDF to their inbox. It's something I'm going to have to do manually, but I guess I could revisit if I get like tons and tons of people. But it's really pretty easy to integrate this with the email service that I use, which is MailChimp. And I'll show you that. Well, I'll tell you how in a minute. I'm not going to show you because I don't know if anyone else uses MailChimp, so I don't know how useful that would be. All right, so the objective is, let's see. So we can choose from any of these, collect leads for your business, right? You're trying to find new people and draw them in with your freemium. Don't just call it lead generation. Name it something related to the freemium. So Crockpot Cookbook. And then I still do put leads just to remind myself what kind of ad it was. Okay, and then just make sure it's your business page here. That should pop up automatically. And I'm going to use one of my saved audiences. Actually, I think I'll do my lookalike audience. So this is the people who are similar to the ones who already like my page. And it's going to, see now it has United States, so it would be limited to only the United States. So you could either delete that and it'll be shown to people all around the world, or put US and Canada. I have to tell you, I've met some awesome people who are not eligible to buy our products because they don't live in the US and Canada. So the international connections are really cool, but if you want to maximize your ad reach for the people that can actually buy Beachbody products, just put US and Canada. And then, I mean, this is going to appeal more to women anyway, so let's do that. I'll exclude. Let's see, can we exclude people who like my page? Guess not. These fields are so funny. Like, what the heck is that? Affinity for high value goods in India. And why would you want to exclude them? You probably want to include them, right? Anyway, yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. Can I exclude them though? Exclude people who like your page. Okay, that's what I wanted to do. Sorry, this changed since last time I was here. I think that should be in there anyway for my lookalike audience, but just in case. I mean, I don't know why I have to save this, but I guess it's putting some additional constraints on my lookalike audience. So now instead of a custom audience, it's a saved audience, which I named lookalike audience. I know it's getting really complicated, but the main idea is that I'm reaching new people in my target market. And I'm not actually going to activate this, but let's just put $5 a day. I'm not activating it because my cookbook isn't done yet. Okay, so that was just picking the audience. Sorry that took so long. So now I'm going to do single image. You can do a video, you can do a slideshow of photos. I'm going to upload one. And this is not like the most compelling photo that you'll ever see. Actually, the reason that I picked this one, let me see if they have anything on a crock pot. But the reason I picked that one is it looks really similar to this group last year of crockpot recipes that went viral, and she had like hundreds of thousands of people. Isn't that funny? And it was like a crockpot on a counter. That was the photo. It looked like a crockpot, you know, catalog. So I just picked a photo that I found that was most similar to that group last year that went viral. It's as good a logic as any, right? But there's a lot of photos that you could choose from in the stock images that you can just use for free. Okay. So I'm just going to have that one for now. And then, you know, it's all the same stuff of Facebook ads, which I've gone over before. And I'm not going to spend too much time on it right now because I want to get to the part. Actually, let me do this first. So choose the lead form. Now, if there's nothing in here already for you, then you have to create lead form. I'm going to choose one that I used already for Coeur de Force. Well, let me just do this. I don't know why it has that. Oh, because I didn't put in a headline, probably. There we go. So let's do this. See how much it lets me show. It's probably going to keep me. Oh no, it lets me do 2 lines. All right, why not? And then here I would list the recipes. So, oh my gosh, I'm totally unprepared. Hold on. But so with food, it's, you know, probably a good idea to get really specific because people get obsessed and they're like, I have to have that recipe. So I'm going to put the names. Okay, apple gingerbread pudding cake. That's probably the best one. I'm going to list some of the others. And yes, these are all on my blog. Don't tell. The recipes that are going to be in the book are available on my blog, but it's going to be in one place and people can print it and they don't have to look it up on the blog. So even for my existing customers, I think this is going to be a benefit, you know, for them too. It's a lot of meat, huh? I'm still going to add 1 or 2 more, so I might have to come back and redo this, but okay. What was it? Roast beef, pork roast, pulled pork. I thought I had a whole chicken in the crock pot. I must have never put it up. think this was pork tenderloin. Let me look real quick. Boneless pork loin. I don't know. There's too much pork. Okay, I'm going to just leave that one out. Oh, okay. But where is this? Like this create an account thing. Where is that coming from? I have no idea where that's coming from. Okay, so I'm going to put this. So the headline is below the picture and the text is above the picture. Who would have guessed? This is not that intuitive, right? Where did it go? Why did I do that? I kind of hate the way this is formatted, but we just have to work with the way that they have it. Okay, so this is the annoying part, right? You just want to get to collecting your leads, but where is that coming from? Sorry, that thing where it says, whoops, create an account or log on to Facebook. There we go. Okay. What happens if I just delete this? That's so stupid. Okay. Let's do this. Can you tell I'm a copy editor? There we go. Okay, the title, Delicious and Simple Crockpot Recipes. Get your free cookbook today. And here's a description of the recipes. Finally, I feel like that looks okay. All right, and then you get to choose your call to action. Download. I'm not going to put anything. You can put a link to your website. I feel like that's distracting because we want them to do, what we want them to do is click download and fill out this form. I don't want them to go to my website and see that all the recipes are there for free. Okay, and then when I hit create lead form, it's going to just clone this one that I already created. So either yours will be blank or, you know, once you have one, you can start with the one that you already made. Just give everything one last look. Wait a minute. Oh, okay. So I do, sorry, I told you the wrong thing. Okay. Back. Okay, so you do want to create a new form, you know, even if you already have one. Don't just reuse the same one because it shows a banner picture that should relate to your content. Okay, duplicate an existing form, and that's where I'm going to choose the Court of Force one. Okay. So now you could save the form as a draft, but I think all that ad stuff, it's really hard to go back and change it. So set aside some time so you can do this all at once if possible. Crock pot, come on. I'm trying to type here. Crock pot cookbook leads. Lead crock pot cookbook form. Yeah. Okay, And then that's all you have to do right here, because it's going to give you an opportunity to edit all of this stuff in a second. Okay, then here you get to choose your headline again, just like before. Pretty limited space that they give you. And I'm just going to use the image from my ad just to provide that continuity so that they click through and they know that it's the same thing that they just clicked on. And isn't that cool how it has a picture of you? Like in lead pages, you have to program every little detail. They did a really good job in Facebook with setting this up to make it look really nice, and it's a very user-friendly interface. Okay, so I'm using the image for my ad. And then definitely enter some text here. Fall and winter. Okay, I won't read it out loud to you. That's obnoxious. But basically, you want to put people at ease, you know? You want them to feel that they're in the right place and that you've put some effort into creating this, and that what they get is going to match what they thought they were getting when they clicked that download button. And you know, you can also put like where it says, where it has that title, you could put something like thanks for your interest or hi, nice to see you. Like you can make it kind of irreverent and very personal, or you can make it a little more, you know, professional, which can feel a little more distant. So, you know, I take different approaches at different times. Oh, and it's not letting me do more than one paragraph. See how I clicked return twice and it only went down one line. I never say that there's only going to be like 5 or 6 recipes in the book. It's a short cookbook. Okay, so that's all I'm going to say, because I'm not going to make it, I'm not going to write a book, because they don't let you break up the paragraphs anyway. Then you click next. And here's where you can decide what to collect. I never know. I usually do better just collecting first name, even though, you know, on my email, I don't know. I would like to have their last name, but I think that's a barrier. You know, it's a hindrance. People just click away from the form if that's a required field. I don't know why, because they could put in just their initial, but it just feels like you're collecting something that, you know, could lead to identity theft. So there's all kinds of stuff you can ask them. The only thing I ask is, okay, so I'm not going to ask this. Why are you interested in this program? I could ask something about nutrition goals, but I feel like that would be maybe a little weird here. I think I'm just going to leave it blank. So can I delete that? Yeah. So you can add a question. I just click that X and I delete it. So first name, email. I'm not going to do phone number for this either. I do that for a challenge group because so many of our emails don't get through. So then you can at least text people to try and chat with them, but it's kind of not that useful here in a freemium context. What happens if I do... I don't know why. Oh, yeah, I have no idea why it won't let me check full name. That's weird. Maybe I have to uncheck these. Yeah, I'll do that. Well, except no. Because of the, okay, so you can do either or. Because of the way my email service is set up, I want the name in 2 separate fields. So email, first name, and last name. That's all I'm going to ask for. And then, because you'll be collecting customer information, you need to include a link to your company's privacy policy. So I wonder if Beachbody has a privacy policy. I had to put one on my website just because of this. Let me just look real quick if there's anything on the website that I can find that you could just link to. Yeah, okay, here, privacy. So I am pretty sure that nobody ever clicks on this. So just to satisfy Facebook's requirement, this is the link I would use if you don't have your own website with your own privacy policy. Okay. And then once you have filled that out, so I guess, I don't think you can edit this, sign up by providing your email below. Did I miss a chance to edit that? No, it just says what it says. So I wish you could edit that because they're not signing up, but whatever. They're signing up to get their cookbook. Okay. And then this is just saying what the field is going to be called in the Excel spreadsheet that you eventually receive. Oh, okay. And then when they're all done, they do get a link. I think this is optional. I don't know, maybe it's not. But what you can do is put in the link to your Facebook business page. I'm just putting my website because obviously, well, actually, you know what? I'm going to put my Facebook page because if they're seeing this ad, they're not a fan of mine already. So I would love for them to know that this page is out there. Hang on. Okay, so that actually is what I recommend now that I've thought about it for a second. Link to your business page here. So if they want to check you out, that's where they land and they can click like and follow you. Okay, so that whole thing was just creating my form. And now I have to place my order for an ad. I wish I could save it as a draft because I really don't want it to be active right now. And once it's approved, you can't edit it. You have to start over. But I'm going to do this because I don't want to lose everything I just did. Okay, so then basically once your ad goes through review, I guess it was approved already. That was fast. Guess it didn't have any potential red flags in it. Crockpot recipes are pretty safe. So now it's displaying to people. So I got to take it down because I don't want those email addresses coming in. And then I'm going to show you real quick how the information comes to you. But first I have to find this and turn it off. Okay, Crockpot cookbook leads, I'm just going to turn it off. And it says inactive. Okay, so now you let your ad run for a few days, and then you go to your page and click Publishing Tools. Or, you know, you don't have to wait a few days. You can go right away and look. And then once you're on Publishing Tools, go to Lead Ads Forms. See? So these are all, and you can only download them for 90 days. So I can't get my Country Heat ones anymore. They're all expired. So Coeur de Force, you just click download. Lifetime to get all of them. And I did this before. I just want to show you. Okay, and it downloads as a CSV, which is comma separated value. Then it would open in Excel, and you have to save it as an Excel spreadsheet. If I can get Excel to open. Okay, so that is what it looks like. So most of these fields I don't really care about. What I care about, I didn't collect last name. So it has first name, it has email, it has phone, and then it has their kind of goal or their reason for being interested in the program that they filled out on the form. And that's what's on the form. Whoops, okay. I guess I had it open from the other day too. But then you can click Save As, and it saves as an actual Excel workbook. I already did this, so I'm not going to do it again. But you want to make sure you download and save them before the 90 days is up. And then, you know, the other thing that you would do is once you decide on an email provider, you can then upload those people to your list. So like if you are only getting a few, you can take that list and you can like just go through your Gmail and attach the file, or send a Dropbox link if it's too big to do as an attachment. So that's the other nice thing about either Lead Pages or just having a mail email newsletter service is you don't have to send attachments, which, you know, a lot of people, their email provider would mark it as spam anyway if there's an attachment, or as potential spam if it's not somebody emailing them that, you know, is already a contact in their address book. So to get past the spam filters, it's actually better to have it coming from MailChimp, which by the way is free, or, you know, some similar service that's not your Gmail account, because they won't actually get the attachment. It'll be, you know, a link that they click on to download the PDF. And the actual PDF is stored on a server somewhere, either Lead Pages or MailChimp or whatever you're using. So, you know, Dropbox, Google Docs, can you do PDFs on Google Docs? I'm not sure, but there are free file sharing services that you could use to create a link that you send to people over email, or this might be a good time to set up an email newsletter service if you haven't done that yet. So, yeah, and then, okay, so like I was saying, you know, once you get those emails, I would say like, while you have your ad active, you got to go in every 24 hours or so and send out that document to the addresses that have been collected. That's the nice thing about Lead Pages. It sends it for you, so you don't have to do that. But, you know, if you're not getting tons and tons of addresses, it's really not that hard. So like, I have my Core to Force leads all ready to go. I just did a quick import with the Excel spreadsheet. It took 2 seconds to upload. And then once the links are all live for that, I have a message all ready to go to send out to these people. So that's what you can do. You can actually set up automation rules. So whenever somebody new is added to a certain list, this might look familiar to you guys, new coach training. So like as soon as I put in your name on this list, you got your first email. So that's what I would do. I would set up automation with my Crockpot cookbook. And then as soon as I upload any new addresses, they get the message with, you know, a little bit of text that I'll write, and they'll get a link to actually download the cookbook and, you know, probably a little more info about me and what I offer. So they'll get that first email immediately when I upload their address. So it's not completely automatic, but it's pretty easy and pretty fast. So hopefully this has been a good introduction to the kind of nuts and bolts logistical back end side of freemiums. Creating the content is the fun part, but actually I find delivering it really satisfying to getting everything to integrate and work correctly. So definitely let me know what questions you still have, and then jump in and try it out. I'm excited for you guys to share some great content with your freemiums. Thanks for watching.